What's up, guys? It's Allie here, and today we're going to be doing some origami. What you're going to need for today's project is just some paper, any kind of paper you have lying around that would be easy to fold. I'm going to be using some notebook paper, but whatever you have will work. Before we get started, I wanted to talk about some really cool and interesting things about origami. First, origami is the traditional Japanese art of folding paper. And the word origami actually comes from Japan, and it comes from the words oru, which means to fold, and the words kami, which means paper, so to fold paper. Also, origami is a really cool way to incorporate math into a hobby. So the creation of shapes and angles when you're folding adds geometry to any kind of origami figure that you're going to be making. And then also something really cool is one of the most popular folds or shapes that you could make is the paper crane. And that's actually something that we're going to be making today. And I'm going to show you how to fold a paper crane, and I'm also going to show you how to fold a star box. Now, origami, you do this without any scissors or glue or tape, and it all stays together just by making creases and folds. So the first thing we're going to be making is the paper crane. So let's get to that. So to make the square paper out of your notebook paper, all you gotta do is bring one corner of your paper to the edge of it. And usually it'll line up with one of the lines on the paper. And you can just make a fold across the paper that way. Now you have this little piece hanging off here. You can either cut this piece off with scissors or just fold this part too and eventually make such a tight crease that you can tear it off with your hands. Now we're going to get started making the paper crane. So with your new square piece of paper, what you're going to do is you're going to make creases going diagonally both ways, going horizontally one way and going horizontally the other way so that there's lines going across the paper each way. After you finish that, we're going to make what we call a square base. And how we're going to do that is we're going to take one of these 4 boxes inside of our square and push down the inside of it and bring the sides to the side here. You're going to kind of make like a little taco with it. You're just going to squeeze it down. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that you have essentially a square. The paper in the inside is going to look like this. Once you have that step done, we're going to start pulling these edges to the crease. Make sure that the open edge is going to be the point. So you're going to bring your edges to the crease and make a fold. You're going to do the same thing opposite side. Should kind of look like a kite afterwards. Now you have this closed tip at the top of it. So what we're gonna do is just make light folds back and forth with that. And we're gonna open up one side of the kite, lift it open, and we're gonna try to make a diamond out of it. So you're gonna pull it open, you're gonna press it down, and you're gonna push across that already made crease. So that you have a diamond shape. You're gonna make sure those creases are really, really tight and crisp. Now I'm gonna flip it over. Still have my kite, and I'm gonna turn that into a diamond as well. Alright, so now I have my diamond shape, and it has little legs. What I'm going to do now is on the side with the little legs, I'm going to repeat the folding to the crease step one more time, and I'm going to do this all the way around again. So we're going to make it a little bit thinner. So I'm folding it in once here. Doing it again on the opposite side, flipping it over, and doing it one more time on this side. Trying to make those creases really, really crisp. Alright, now it's a little bit thinner, still has its legs. And now we're going to start shaping our crane. So what we're going to do first is bring one wing down. And we're going to fold that there. We're going to flip it over, take the other wing, and match it up. So then you have your wings ready to go. Now these parts are going to be its beak and its tail. So what you're going to do is start by bringing one side up. It doesn't matter which one first. Going to press it together, coming up out of the crane. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to press it as tight as you can. As you can see, mine is not perfect, and that's okay. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to bring it up and press it together. Now, one side looks really good and one side looks kind of funny. So what I'm going to do with this funny looking side is I'm going to actually leave it as its tail, and I'm going to make the really crisp side its head. So the way I'm going to do that is by taking the front of it, pulling it down, and then placing my finger inside and kind of just giving it a squeeze so that it looks like that on the top, like that on the side, and then my tail is here. You can always go back and fix folds as well, to make them a little bit more crisp and a little bit more clean, so maybe your tail doesn't come out like that. But I kind of like it imperfect. So just like that, you have a paper crane, and if you would like to, you can give it some eyes, give it a name, and there you go. Now what we're gonna make is the star box that I showed you at the beginning of the video. And again, we're gonna start by creasing the paper diagonally both ways and horizontally both ways. And then, just like the paper crane, we are going to repeat some of those same steps. So we're gonna make the square base again. And then, just like the crane, we're going to fold the edges to the crease. Now this is the part where it gets different from the crane. So we have our kite, and we're actually going to put the point away from us, and we're going to do what we call a squash fold now. So we're going to bring these bottom flaps here, and we're going to fold them up just to the edge there to create a little triangle right here. We're going to do it on the other side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and we're going to squash it just like that. And it should happen pretty easily because we already made those folds beforehand. And you're going to have a little kite just right here on this side. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Squash, just like that. Now, before we do the same thing on the other side, we're going to make what we call a mountain fold. And so we're going to take the side hanging off, and you're going to fold it over, not over the entire paper, but just over into the inside of the paper, like so. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Mountain fold in, just like that. And that's what it should look like on this side. And then you can flip it over. We're back to our kite. We're gonna make those small folds again. And then we're gonna squash. Small kites, and then mountain fold to the inside again. Other side. Just gonna make sure everything is nice and tight. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these corners down towards us. So I'm gonna take one corner, pull it towards me, and make a crease. And then I'm going to open up another side. And pull that corner down towards me. And then I'm gonna open up the third side, pull that corner down towards me, and then open up my last side and pull that last corner down. And then it should be looking like this. And we're gonna start making the room for our box. So I'm just gonna stick my finger in and start pushing out the bottoms of the box. Very gently so you don't tear your paper. But once you open it up, you should have your star box. And it is a convenient little origami shape that you can put things in. Alright guys, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed learning about origami and how to make those folds. You can make as many of these as you want to. Hopefully I will be back with another video to show you how to fold even more things. Maybe next time we can do a dinosaur. That's one of my favorite shapes to fold. And yeah, we will see you next time. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!